Good morning, folks. What a difference a day makes. Just an update. I'm still feeling that physical discomfort, pain in my back, pain in my arms, pain in my legs. I don't exactly know what to attribute it to, although I think that, Jason, you might be onto something saying it could be inflammation from my diet. That certainly seems reasonable. Something I've got to address is exactly what I'm eating and when and how that's affecting all of this. But last night I was able to do some active meditation, which I think really helps my mental condition, and I really need to be more consistent in that practice. And the nice part was I was able to do it while I was working on shaping a nut for an acoustic guitar for a friend of mine, and I hope to be able to get that back to him this week so he can play away on his lovely guitar. And we had a smooth morning. The girls were super cuddly, and we all were just on the same page. And I was able to be calm even when they were a little bit chaotic. And when we did have time for chaos, it was here in the truck. We on the way to school we had a sing along and dance party. Apparently, Kids Bop had good music selections this morning, and we sang along to a little Black Eyed Peas and I don't know. I don't remember who sings Sugar, but we got our falsetto on. It was good. We had a good time. Um, so, I have a few thoughts. Sometimes your inspiration comes from the strangest places. Last night, I saw a post about a friend of mine who got himself a brand new funky pair of Crocs, and I wear Crocs around the house. I have an inflamed Achilles tendon in my left foot and bursitis in my right knee, so I find that wearing something that can cushion my steps really helps alleviate some of the pain that I feel when I'm walking around. So I took a picture of my Crocs and I quipped an old joke that you see all those little holes in them? Yeah, that's where your dignity leaks out. I know, but it reminded me that life really is a lot easier when you leave your dignity behind. And what I mean by that is not that you shouldn't be dignified and not that you shouldn't live to a standard, but that the standard you set is the standard for you. That we live in a world where we continually measure ourselves by the people around us, either on social media or just comparatively, when we're talking. And we sometimes forget that what we're comparing ourselves to is the best that that person has to offer. It's unusual, I think, for us to have these conversations where we talk about the things that are not our best without sounding like we're whining about it, without sounding like we're, trying to create a pity party. But it's important to acknowledge these things. It's important to acknowledge that I don't feel good, or to acknowledge that there's something that just doesn't feel right, whatever that is. And that simple act of acknowledging it helps the process along to be able to solve it. I know that I've experienced far more people reaching out than I expected, and some from the most unexpected places. Um, and I want to take a moment to just thank every one of you who has reached out to just say, hey, I appreciate that you're having the conversation, or hey, I know where you're at. I've been there too. I feel what you feel. And I appreciate all the comments of, hey, I've tried this. Have you tried this? Does this work for you? Because all of those things, if they worked for you, they certainly warrant me looking into them and seeing if they'll work for me. But understanding that my situation is my situation. We can have similar experiences, but we are all individuals. It's finding that balance is just as important as any other balance in your life. So I just wanted to let you know that my mental condition today is far better than it was yesterday. That I appreciate each and every one of you. And I'm sorry, I keep looking away from the camera because it's garbage day, and I've got this row of garbage bins that the ravens are flying up and down and trying to get into, and it just, always, they're amazing creatures, and I have to watch them. I appreciate each and every one of you, squirrel, and I appreciate all of you who have reached out, and even if you haven't reached out, I appreciate you too. I appreciate that you are embroiled in this life and embroiled in this astral plane and everything that we're on, and are finding your own path and your own journey, and that is important too. Lots of love, lots of balance. Keep abiding, my dudes and dudettes, and we'll talk to you again soon. Have a great day.